All right, so we're back with another video for you guys, another reaction video. Today we're going to be talking about CoreySSG. All right, now we dropped a video about CoreySSG's raffle situation, that hot mess, that disaster of a raffle for this Challenger Hellcat. I think it was like a red-eye Challenger, and then also for the Charger. So if you guys haven't checked out this video right here, we dropped it a month ago. Definitely go check it out. That would be like part one. And in that video, we kind of heard from CoreySSG's side of the story. But it looks like the other side has spoke up. Everyday PJ had dropped the video and shared some of these receipts from the other side. And there's a lot of conflicting information. This is why I said, even when you guys go check out the video that we dropped a month ago, I said there was something real fishy with this story. And I've always said, like, when it comes to these raffles, folks, like, it's just getting out of control. It's way out of control with all these channels doing these raffles. And there's a lot of things that are just not adding up. I'm sure they're doing some things behind the scenes to try to make it look like it's legit or whatever. Some of them might be legit, but a lot of things are not adding up. But let's check out this video and see what Everyday PJ has cooking on his channel.
Boy PJ, today we back with another lit video, back in the confessional, and yeah, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day, and shout out to the homie Lucky Wheels and Deals, man. He got the latest car content on YouTube. Make sure y'all go check him out. And shout out to the So Cool fam, Wolfpack and Cool Kids, the 32 gang. That's the OGs. 32 gang. This one's for y'all. We back on the car content and back on the drama. Okay. Now, recently, not just recently, but like some time ago, I did a video over CoreySSG. Now, if you know who CoreySSG is, then you know exactly who I'm talking about. I did a video about his raffle, okay? And his raffle, it had some bumps and bruises in the road. You know, what had happened was the owner, the person who owned the Hellcat, who was the winner, got the Hellcat impounded, and then the owner came and got the Hellcat. Now, what we saw with Corey's video is that, I'm trying to find a video, but what we saw with the video is that Corey was trying to say that the owner was scamming him out of his money, or scamming him out of the vehicle. So, you know, I fell for it. I was like, man, that's crazy. Why would he do that? Actually, it was a live video. That's what it was. It was a live video. So let me show y'all my live video.
It's a work night. Yeah, they're making a lot of money. Let's get into it, man. There has to be a.
He hit me and said, hey, they want to get in contact with you because they want to see if you want to give me one of their cars. He said, this is Big Show with the jailbreak. Cooper introduced us. I said, bet, nice talking to you. He said, but I shoot you.
And it's saying that Corey did, and he's, you know, NFL player. Well, the NFL player had got wind that the car had got impounded. The car was in his wife's name, and he was still doing the runaround with the title. And while he was doing the runaround with the title, he went and picked the car up. The NFL player went and picked the car up with the title.
I was actually trying to find Mike Ray's video, but I think Mike Ray took down his videos because Mike Ray was the one that he was the one really keeping up with CoreySSG. I never really trusted CoreySSG, and the reason I never trusted him is because Mr. Organic flew out there. If you guys remember, this is why I said all these raffles are out of control. Mr. Organic flew over there to Texas to meet up with Corey, and he claimed that he bought that Lamborghini Aventador that belonged to that football player. That's what they said. It belonged to a football player, but who knows if it really belonged to a football player or not. But that was the Aventador that Organic later raffled off, and then Organic tried to pull it. You know, a lot of people didn't really get on Organic, but you can tell Organic's raffle was pretty much a scam, folks. There was no winners that you guys saw on video. And like I said, he went and met with CoreySSG. I'm sure Corey gave him the sauce on how to do it or whatever. Maybe Corey ran it for him. Who knows? But that's from that moment on, I never really trusted Corey. But Mike had really been following up on him, or like staying on top of him or whatever. And you had Everyday PJ was like falling for it. Like a lot of these people, they fall for this stuff. They're easily fooled. But it looks like Everyday PJ now, I guess because the other side has spoke up. Now he's having a change of, opinion. Now he's changing his opinion. He's like, oh, I thought Corey was the one getting scammed, but now it looks like he's the one doing the scamming or whatever.
Then he came back and Corey reached out to him like, hey man, they said somebody came and picked up the car is gone. And the guy, the NFL player, acted like he didn't know what happened to the car. And when he acted like he didn't know what happened to the car, he probably pretty much caught a lie because they had a video camera of him, the NFL player and his wife picking him.
All right, so y'all heard my story. Like, I was trying to break it down from what CoreySSG told us, right? And so I thought that CoreySSG was actually getting scammed by this guy Shine, who I mentioned in the video, and I kept trying to figure out who this NFL player was, and I couldn't figure him out or whatever. So anyway, skip forward to today. Now, an anonymous source who is close to the person who actually is who owned the vehicle, a close source to them hit me up in the messages and was like, hey man, you got this wrong. Corey is trying to scam them. And I was like, what? Well, who are you? So they told me who they are to the situation. And I was like, all right, I mean, that's cool. I guess they wanted to correct me. And I was like, well, I mean, it's all good. You can correct me, but I ain't got no proof or nothing. You ain't telling me nothing. It's like, all right, let me hit you up. So hit me up on Instagram. Told me all the details. Like, we did a phone call through Instagram. Told me all the details and sent me some pictures and screenshots that they've been talking to everybody in the whole situation, between the people who own the cars, the people who won the raffle, the people other raffle winners, and because people want to know what happened to the stolen cars, like why'd they take the cars back or whatever. But here's the whole story. Okay.
So this is actually this is supposed to be the raffle winner for the first prize. This is his Instagram account. Everyday PJ is gonna play the video. I think a little bit later on in the video. We might actually have to do this in two parts, because this is like, I feel like this might be a little bit complicated for a lot of people to comprehend in one video. So I don't want to jam it like I did with the first video, because some people were like, oh, some people are like either confused or just, I guess their brain couldn't comprehend all that information. So I figured with this part 2, we might have to make it part 2 and 3 to help people understand the situation.
We're gonna start from let's start from the jailbreak winner. So you're gonna hear, him giving away the vehicle right here. I might not want to play this because Corey, after he see this, he gonna wanna copyright your dog, man.
You see, because a lot of people were asking before, right? Even on my other reaction video, they're like, oh, how come you never play the videos, like the videos you're reacting to? How come you never play the videos? For the same reason that Everyday PJ just changed it right now. He doesn't play the videos anymore. He actually just plays the audio and then reacts off of the audio, because these guys will flag the channel, strike, all that nonsense, basically.
I want to copyright your dog. So let me pull up that other video. Put that other video back up on the screen. All right. So let's go into this.
So it's here, ATT. Hey, check this out. Right? I want y'all to see this real quick. Whoever this here, they all spent $50, bro. They going home and fucking red.
Spent $50 on the car.
Why the fuck you in Georgia keep renting my cars, man? What's up with Georgia, man? I gotta tell you, you gotta tell y'all one that you want to see everyone. You can't out, so go ahead and call this person. Let me see, can I get him up here? Oh, yeah, damn. All right. It's not good. Let me call these folks. I ain't this. Let me call these damn folks, man. You gonna whip? Go change.
He did this on live.
That's another Jordan. That motherfucker got an Android. Hold on. Right here? No, I didn't say me. It just say me. What part of
So I'm gonna like fast forward a little bit. What he's basically playing is CoreySSG announcing the winners. Like I said, I mean, this stuff is all like, if it's a setup, it's a setup, folks. I mean, it don't matter what is announcing, because Organic announced winners, but when we looked up those winner names, it didn't exist. So it's just not just because they're announcing winners. I just take it with a grain of salt. But I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
All right, so that was the first place winner who I think was supposed to get a chain and a entry into his SSG course. I guess it's some YouTube thing where he teach you how to become a millionaire YouTuber like himself. And the guy is a drag racer, so the guy, I guess, was racing, and then he got pulled over, and they found out the tags, which we found out the tags wasn't registered to the vehicle. They was actually registered to the vehicle that the second place winner won. Okay, so I'm guessing like both of the cars, both of the Hellcats belong to Flawless Exotics. They was selling both of the Hellcats to CoreySSG. CoreySSG was saying that the cars wasn't paid off, but he was saying that the owner didn't pay them off. They was in the wife's name, and what the problem was is Corey didn't pay the owner. So we got a few receipts to show y'all. I'm gonna try to make this. As simple as possible. All right. So we got, this is a cashier's check, supposedly from CoreySSG to the Flawless Exotics people. Now, which is Sean, and I'm guessing this is Sean's signature, but I'm not sure what this actually entails. All it says is that they were supposed to receive $165,000. Now I'm thinking Corey sent this to them. Okay, so
Now, if you guys actually watched the first video, this is why I said we got to do this in parts, because it's it might be a little confusing to understand what's going on. But if you watch my first video, I kind of like emphasized heavily on the date, because the check is written on a date that's much later on than when the raffle was started, if I'm not mistaken. So he didn't it wasn't like he owned the cars to begin with. It was like some while later, after the raffle had actually started, and maybe like a few months went by, then he had paid off the car. And then things kind of took turns, and just because you send somebody a check doesn't really mean anything, because the check could bounce. I mean, like, this is why I said this whole thing is so, the whole thing with these raffles is just out of control.
Thinking he sent them the money. This is the cashier's check that he actually showed on camera. Okay, so now I guess some things was happening in the situation. Of course, the whole title thing, the guy didn't get the title. That's because Corey, I'm guessing, didn't pay him the money. And then this message came out. This is one of the messages that was sent to me. I got a few of them, so let's hold on tight, big dog. We got, okay, that's on me, bro. This is CoreySSG talking. I still been battling this depression stuff. I'm coming out the shell, though. Literally, I just got through talking to my wife. I haven't been myself, and I'm just trying to find me. I've really been off lately. Like I said, this is not me. I'm going to Florida tomorrow to really disconnect and reconnect. Got to get back to that old Corey. I've been used dry, but I learned a valuable lesson. The devil has been on me, trying to stop me. I'm slowly snapping back, though. Let's get this handled so we can move forward. You know, anybody that do collateral. Oh, nah, this ain't the first one. That ain't the first one. See, I don't know. I got these things. I can't get them right. Okay, here we go. January 25th. What's up, Sean? Update. Stuff's moving slow. I'm trying to get back and forth with these processes, getting everything on track. Hate it's taking this long for the first time. This is the first time I experienced this, bro. So I hate that I got y'all waiting on me. I got to basically go back to the old Corey and just drop crazy content and promote everything like I used to. So we own it. I don't want y'all to think I'm bluffing. It's like out of my hand now. I'm being affected and not knowing why. I don't know what the hell going on, but we are going to push my website to I can get my bread back to what it's supposed to be like. They literally just effing me over me on Raffle Creator. If wifey wants to see the back end and the numbers, I don't mind showing y'all so that y'all can see what I'm experiencing. So I guess he wasn't making all the money that he thought he was supposed to have. He said the person come back and say, okay, at this point we have to hold. I can't see the rest of the message, but I'm guessing they had to hold on to the titles, or they have to hold on to something at this point. So the money's not coming in on Raffle Creator. Okay, Corey thought he was gonna hit a big lick on this one, and he's not. All right, so he's unable to pay for the Hellcats and try to get the Hellcats out of his name. See, he should have had the title in hand. He should have had them paid off first. But like I said, YouTube was be capping, dog, and that's why I don't trust some of these raffles. I can't even trust. If you ain't got the title, man, don't.
Hold on, PJ. Your first video was totally different. You were completely all for Corey. And don't get me wrong, like I was kind of like I was like, you know, Corey might be legit, but after he met up with Organic and Organic pulled that raffle with the Lamborghini Aventador, then I had like second opinions, because I was like, something ain't adding up here. All right, Organic's raffle totally it seems completely out of place. So something is definitely fishy, especially when Organic said that the winner had issues or whatever. It seems like it's just the story started to add up to the same story that all these other guys have when the raffles are over.
Don't even. So anyway, that happened, and then so Corey had to get the Hellcats back. Oh, the first Hellcat got taken. It got impounded, so the owner was able to go back and repossess that. He was going to do this anyway because Corey hadn't paid him yet, okay? But Corey sent this message, the one that's on me, bro. I still been battling depression. Damn, I hate that. Yeah, I want to get back to old Corey. Yes, I do. What you have for collateral to get the loans on? So Corey wanted to get a loan on his property so he could get the money to pay off the Hellcats. He was like, I have my whips and the deeds to my property. I'm just looking for 150. I can have it back in 30 days. He said, okay, send info on property and whips so I can see. We'll do my best to get it done. So the dude is trying to help Corey get some money back in his pocket, some capital, so he can pay off these debts, pay off the cars, and give them to the raffle owners, and he can go back to YouTube and making money and start a new raffle. Okay, so that's when he was still procrastinating. So the dude went to take the Hellcat back from the guy in Georgia, the first place winner, after he got it impounded. The second place winner. All right, here's another thing. Let's listen to this. So he reached out to the second place winner, and this is the message that he left to the second place winner.
Yo, Bobby, do me a favor, Bobby. So look, check this out. I want you to just type me up, like you can just text it. That I'm gonna owe you $60. You know what I'm saying? Within, you said 30 days, but I just say 2 weeks. But just put like 15 days, something like that to the max. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that much time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this shit grand up for you. And send it to me so that I can get it printed out. I'm gonna shoot it to the post office and get it notarized. Because Sean also waiting on the car for himself. So let's go ahead and get this shit handled, my dog.
Okay, so that was Corey leaving a message talking about, man, I owe you some money. Type up a letter, and I don't know if he said get it notarized, but we got a notarized letter here. And he said, yo, Bobby, I got the paper ready. I'm guessing it's notarized. Let me show you, get y'all a close up on the paper. It's an agreement dated 1/30/23, agreement with Corey Pritchard. This agreement between both parties will render a 2020 Dodge SRT wide body Hellcat that Bobby won from Corey Pritchard on December 17th from a raffle, and the loan on the car was not fully paid and returned to the owner. As an agreement, he will be returning the car to the owner and paying Bobby the sum of $65,000 on or before March 3rd. Failing to do so will result in legal actions. Okay, now that's the crazy part, right? So the owner didn't get his old payment from Corey, like I said, so he wanted the car back. So the real reason why the owner went to go pick the car up from the impound is because Corey didn't pay the owner off. Okay, it wasn't that the owner was trying to backdoor him or something like I first originally thought, and that's why the owner's trying to clear up his name. He's like, hey man,
you know what's so crazy about this whole thing is that CoreySSG claims he's a millionaire. I don't know if you guys remember, but he pulled out his phone. I don't know how long ago this was. It might have been like a year ago, and showed that he had like $5 million or like $4 million in his account, something like that. So I'm like, why would you? First of all, why would you even have cars raffled off that are not yours? But I kind of know. I don't know. I kind of think I know why he would do that, because obviously he doesn't want to buy the cars. He'd rather the idiots, the supporters, the subscribers actually fund the whole thing. He needs you guys to really fund the whole thing, because he's just raising money, and with whatever money he's raising, he's going to pay off the cars. It's much easier than, I guess, buying the car out of pocket. Just you guys are really funding everything. All the supporters and subscribers are just crowdfunding the entire transaction and the profit for him and the other guys who are funding this. So it's just like when I always go back to saying that you guys are getting fooled. At the end of the day, these subscribers and supporters, they're getting brainwashed. They're getting fooled. I mean, that's the only way to really describe it. I mean, I don't know if you guys have a better way in explaining it. It might sound a little harsh, but that's just the reality of it.
Can't do this. Well, I don't know if it's the owner, but it's somebody close to the owner that reached out to me and said, this is this. You know what I'm saying? So, March 7th, you know, I guess he was supposed to pay Bobby, remember, by March 3rd. Now it's March 7th. What's up, Bobby? Just got back to the States. I'm putting in my plays together for my drop this week. I invested my capital, and I've been using credit. As soon as I get more capital in hand, I'm sending to you. I'll just be sending money and then pay you on out. If I had it all in capital right now, I'll been sent it to you. I'm guessing Bobby said, all right. March 11th. Getting things back in motion now. Finna be sending your payments, gang. All right, bet, bro. I appreciate it. Hey, Corey. This is March 20th now. Hey, Corey, what's it looking like, bro? Because it's been over a week since we last talked, and you still haven't sent anything. Man. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So, now, according to the people who sent all this information, looks like they was talking about the turkey leg hut. See why the turkey leg hut was getting sued. I remember seeing that. So,
all right, so we're gonna wrap up for part one, because like I said, this is gonna get it's gonna take a different turn, because I think in part two, make sure you guys stay tuned for part two, because in part two, then you're gonna listen to the first place winner. I think is the first place. Yeah, it's the first place winner, the one that got the Challenger Red Eye, not the Charger. And you guys, earlier I showed you guys his Instagram account. He's posted. He was originally on Corey's side, but it looks like Corey took everybody for a turn for the worse. Like he's got all these people's brains all over the place. Like I said, this is all, it's kind of turning into a psychological game. It's all mind games. And I realized it ever since Organic pulled it off with the Aventador. This is when I was like, hold on, this Organic had to fly to Texas to meet with Corey. So Corey must have gave him the sauce on how to do things like that. So I was like, well, maybe Corey's been doing this. He's just been, he just has the supporters and subscribers falling for it every single time. And this time, I guess the supporters eventually, like I told you guys, it's going to come to a point. It's going to come to a tipping point where people in general are going to realize, hey, I'm losing money. There is no, as a person, if you keep buying tickets every single raffle and you realize you're not winning, you're going to come to the point and you're going to realize, holy shit, before you know it, it's probably going to be a couple $1,000s that you just wasted. So most people initially are, $20 here and there, $50. But, when people normally get addicted to something, then they get out of control with their spending, and maybe they see a therapist. And this is why I said, and people thought it was a joke, I said you need to get some help, because you don't want to get into that cycle where these guys are taking advantage of you guys. And I guess, some people think this is what do you have to say? Your opinion is just as good as anybody's opinion. And that's true. I'm only giving you guys my opinion, my recommendation. If you guys don't want to take my advice, then you're free to do whatever you want to do. Get in that cycle of throwing money away, and before you know it, it's going to be an addiction. But make sure you guys stay tuned for part two. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys have not already done so, and like the video. Thank you guys so much for watching.